What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. We're gonna make this one rather quick, just try to run through it, kind of break down what occurred today, as it was another choppy day of price action. Opened up in the upper distribution today, and just barely took out the daily high from the previous day. Had a little bit of a sell-off, came back down, dipped our toe into the lower distribution. If you guys don't remember which distribution is which, it is going to be here, upper distribution, here, lower distribution. As you can see, we mostly traded in the upper distribution and slightly above. So somewhat positive for the buyers. Value ended up rotating higher than yesterday, so value closing higher. But nonetheless, a choppy session. After we dipped our toe into the lower distribution, could not find acceptance, we then grinded up higher for the next several time frames, taking out the initial balance high, getting above the previous day's high again, getting back above the open again, and working our way into the gap. I was long during this period. I was actually long around 51.18. Initially was looking to get 51.34.24, which is right there where that settlement is. The gap technically did not fill until 35.25. I was looking for 34.25 initially, but figured if we did get there or fill the gap, we did easily could get up into 41.75. So I decided to move my take profit target up there, and that did not work out. Ended up coming back in and getting stopped out on that trade on this liquidation break here after I guess Jerome Powell or whatever it is decided to come out, and I think it was the Beige Book actually. Beige Book came out and kind of gave us a little bit of a liquidation and shakeout of the week long. So we never actually did fill the gap. We never did get back up to that 10Y point of control around that 41 level. So missed my target, made pennies on the trade. But definitely could have had more if I would have stuck to my initial target. But forgetting news events and how this market can react to such stupid things caused me to kind of miss out on taking profits where I should have, or getting to the target that I wanted. Ended up rotating back in and closing pretty much in the upper distribution by the end of the day. So not a very, like I said, not a very negative day for the buyers, closing in the upper distribution, taking back that trend day, but did not quite fill the set of single prints up here. Kind of failed at doing so, but nonetheless, keep in mind that this market is in a balance, so we could continue to get a whole lot more chop in between that 51.57 level and where our balance low is of 52.25. So about 105 point range that we can continue to chop in until this market decides to rotate one way or the other. We do have rollover on the horizon, so rollover will be moving to the June contract, or whichever contract it is. I think it's the June contract, but we'll be rolling over at some point in the future. So charts and everything that we know as far as our destinations are going to pretty much be wiped away. So let's go ahead and get rid of all of these, kind of update where the destination was. And it was honestly a really good risk reward long against the lower distribution several times actually. As we pulled back here, could have taken a long there, setting your low against the low of the day, getting a rotation back up to 16s. I mean, it's pretty wide range. Pretty good risk reward against the previous day's low in that lower distribution if you were looking for such a thing. So like I said, all we go out with today, we don't have much of a wide point of control. We have today's high at 34.50. The gap fills at 35.25, and then we have that 10Y point of control above at 41.50, and then the all-time high 57.75. On the downside, we have 97.75 today's low. So if we open up where we close today, continue to get a whole lot more chop in this range, could be expected. So continue to have your hard hats on. And then just real quick, let's go ahead and look at the larger time frame. We'll just look at the daily. The weekly balance is still forming. We do know what our daily balance looks like as of right now. And we have just barely missed filling that upside gap, as that gap is much, much smaller than what it was when we opened up this morning. So balance 57.50 down to 52.25. Balance rules are in effect for both sides. So you either get near balance high or low and rotate one way or the other until you take out the high or the low of that balance. 20-day moving average sitting around the 57.50 level. 50-day moving average continues to creep up, slowly moving towards that 5,000 target, which would be pretty crazy if we did eventually fail above our balance high in just enough time for this 50-day moving average to creep up to that 5,000 level, which is right around where that gap fills on the downside. And if we were to get a pretty nice pullback to that area, that would be a rather aggressive buy opportunity for some of these buyers in this market to get a rotation back up to the all-time highs. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll catch you guys in the next one. See you.